guys, it's Alina, welcome back to my channel. One of you has asked me to make a video about DP1 Regrets and like something I wish I knew before I started the program. I already made a video about the summer before you start the IBDP, so if you haven't watched it, go check it out. Besides that, I just figured out thinking about it for like the past 6 days that basically I do not have something gigantic that I do regret that much that I would like to share it. But however, we're all humans, we all strive to be better, and like there's always space to expand and to develop into something greater. And that's why I just have some tips which I wish I knew before I started the IBDP. And if I was given advice to myself a year ago, that's what I would say. First of all, I would like to say that I learned not to strive to be perfect at everything, because it's not possible, and usually at IB schools you do get to experience this competitive environment where everyone is really good at something. However, that doesn't mean that you should be like perfect and excellent at every single sphere, because basically you just cannot be the best at every single thing, so don't strive to do it. It's maybe possible in the national schools because they are not that competitive to get into, and usually children do not get to experience that much during their lifetime just because they are not moving from one country to another, and they do get to experience all these cultures and they get inspired by it. That's why do not strive to be perfect, strive to be a little bit better than you were yesterday. And yes, I guess that's the only way to achieve somewhat clarity and fulfillment in life. The second point I would like to make once again is you do have to say no to some things, to prioritize. There are a lot of stuff happening around school and you do want to participate in all of them. However, never ever do that, because at the end of the day you will be too tired of being involved in all this stuff, and you do have to choose. No matter how hard it is, you must teach yourself to prioritize and to actually make the most beneficial decisions for you personally. Not because someone wants you to do something, and I'm not saying that you shouldn't be helpful. If you can help someone and if you're really willing to do so, of course go for it. But it doesn't mean that you must be involved in every single thing happening around you. Please do prioritize, because otherwise I guess there is no way you can be successful in the IB. There's just too much stuff and you cannot take on all of them. So keep it in mind while making your next decision. Another point I would like to make is do speak for yourself. And what I mean by that, if you want to change something, like if you don't like something, do go and speak to someone. Like, do not just sit in your room being like, oh, I don't like this, I don't like that, why do I have to go and do that? Go and ask how you can actually get rid of something, and if you don't like it, like, just explain your reasons, and yes, you are the one who can make a difference, because probably they just do not know that someone is not satisfied with what you are expected to do. There are some rules you have to follow, and some of them you cannot change them, so you do have to obey them, whether you like it or not. But there are many things which are up to you, and just do not sit and pretend that you're fine with it if you are not. I guess it's a really important lesson, and I learned it hard way, like by trying to kind of not to be mean to people and like be nice to everyone. Like, it's not about that. It's just about staying true to yourself and wishing the best for yourself. And I guess there is nothing wrong with such a personal quality you can develop in order to make your life easier. Every single week do at least something that you would never do otherwise, because it's just a fun way to spend your time, and you do get to study a lot while doing the International Baccalaureate Diploma program, and you do have a lot of those serious moments when you're having tests or exams, but at the same time do leave some room, do leave some space and some time in your schedule to actually experiment and have some fun, laughing at yourself, and yeah, just doing some fun activities, because at the end of the day, what truly matters is not your grades, but how you feel and the connections you make with other people. I guess all of us have learned it during this 4 or 5 months in quarantine. Yes, that's why do go out. Do not study 24 hours a day because it is impossible. That's an important tip to mention, and I would say that especially if it's a boarding school, to go and get to explore the country, to get to explore the city you live in, it's such an important point. And yeah, I guess it's better to start at the very beginning in order not to regret when you move off to another place to go to the university or do like another thing. Just do get to explore what is already yours. Because we can always ask for more, we can always strive for better things, but by not realizing the beauty around, it would be a hard life and why to complicate it even more. Another tip I would like to give is only choose no more than 2 subjects a day you would like to concentrate on and actually deepen your knowledge in, because basically you have 6 subjects plus TOK plus extended essay plus CAS, and that seems like a lot and you're striving to do everything at the same time, but obviously it's not the right strategy to implement. That's why do limit it to 2 subjects a day. Tomorrow it can be another 2 subjects, and just do study hard, do study a lot and expand your knowledge in this field, and tomorrow you can move to another subject. At the same time, another important tip is to keep in mind that it's a 2-year race. That means do not use up all your energy in the first months, because otherwise it will be hard to continue in the other 2 years. And it kind of leads to the next point, which is do not expect it to come easy. IB is not an easy program, and just by studying one evening for your upcoming test, it doesn't mean that your awesome grades or like whatever reward will come as soon as you expect it to come. It will come over time because it will accumulate. That's why it's a 2-year program, because some things they take up more time than others to understand them and to figure out how to actually be good at writing essays, for example, or be good at solving math or science problems. So that's why I'm not saying that you shouldn't study or like that you shouldn't expect to achieve something. No, I'm just saying that you shouldn't expect it to come tomorrow or like in 1 week. Just do set your daily, weekly and monthly goals and go try reach them. But at the same time, do not get discouraged and do not give up, because it's a long race. And like at the very beginning, I was expecting something to happen like very, very soon, because you're putting into work that much and you do expect something to happen, but like it doesn't. Sometimes you do study for your test for the whole week and then you come to the test and you do realize that you are not that enormously well prepared as you thought you were. And it's absolutely fine, just keep going, keep studying, and over time, like by the end of DP1 for sure, it will certainly pay off. For some of us it takes more time to study this topic, but less time to study that one. But at the same time, by being determined and studying consistently, there is no way you cannot be successful in the program. And yes, I think that's like the main tip I would like to say. Other than that, a very important point I would like to make is do ask questions, as if you do not understand something during the class, eventually the exam time will come and there will be no one to blame but you that you didn't ask it, because how come on earth someone can realize that you don't know something if you didn't say it? So that's why do not just keep silent, do ask the questions. That's what your teacher is here for. And I guess, yeah, that's just the best way to learn, and not to regret that you didn't ask something or didn't study something when exams time approaches. That's why do yourself a favor and ask for help. So this tip, I think it's really important, together with the one that you shouldn't take up more than 2 subjects that seriously a day, because I think once I realized that, it was just a game changer. and it made my life much more easier than it used to be. It made it more enjoyable, and yes, I kind of felt that I'm on the right way, and I felt improvement once I started implementing this strategy rather than something else. Even though all of this is based on my personal experience, so some things might be working for me, but it doesn't mean that they would be that much helpful for you as well. But I do hope that this video did clear up some stuff. And at the same time, I would like to say that it's better to do something rather than not to do it and then having regrets till the end of your life. That's why go for whatever it is, take risks, and yeah, that's the only way to be happy.